Hello, and thank you for joining Dress for Success and Grow with Google for our Power Your Job Search with Google Tools workshop. Over the next 45 minutes, we're excited to help you discover new job opportunities using Google Search and learn how to organize and enhance your job search experience using Google Workspace tools. My name is Joy Gordon, Chief Executive Officer for Dress for Success Worldwide. The mission of Dress for Success is to help women achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and the development tools to help women thrive in work and in life. Founded nearly 25 years ago in a small church basement in New York City, we now operate 145 offices in 30 countries around the world. We've helped over 1.2 million women get back to work. We know that when a woman is helped, so is her family and her larger community. We're pleased to partner with Grow with Google's Black Women Lead initiative to help provide digital skills training to 100,000 Black women by 2022. This initiative is extremely vital as women of color are underserved in the tech sector. I thank Google for their generosity and foresight to help women achieve their goals and dreams. Most importantly, thank you for spending your time with us today. I hope you'll take the tools you learned today to continue to aid in the next steps of your career.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Nail Your Job Search workshop hosted by Grow with Google and Dress for Success. We're so excited to have you join us today. Grow with Google's Black Women Lead initiative was designed with you in mind. In partnership with our 7 woman focused organizations, we're training 100,000 Black women on digital skills to assist with finding jobs, growing careers, and building leadership skills. I'm Taylor, a Detroit native, Howard University grad, and 5-year Googler currently working in executive internal communications, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. And I'm joined by my amazing co facilitator.
Hi, I'm Ariel Johnson, and I am a 1-year Googler who I'm an account manager in the large customer sales department, and I am a proud Xavier University graduate and HBCU alumni.
And today, we'll show you how you can use Google's tools to make your job search easier and more efficient. There are many reasons you may be looking for a new job. Maybe you need a more lucrative opportunity, you're trying to explore a new career field, you want more flexibility, or maybe you recently transitioned from the military and are looking for a way to apply your skills to a civilian job. The tools and applications we'll discuss today will help you find, track, and compare opportunities in these situations and lots more. And we want today to be as helpful as possible. So please be sure to post your questions to the chat and we'll do our best to get to them all. And don't forget to post on social and share using the hashtag #GrowWithGoogle. Finally, you also have the option to follow along with today's session via the closed captions. So, to do so, you can click the closed caption button directly on the video player on your screen. Now, let's get started.
In this workshop, we'll demonstrate how to manage the main tasks of a job search. First, we'll create a job search tracker in Google Sheets. A sheet helps you remember the jobs you're interested in and also allows you to compare and contrast them and decide which one is best for you. You can also use a spreadsheet to manage the application process. This will help you keep track of which jobs you've applied to, which version of your resume you sent, and house any contact information for anyone at the company. Once you've built your Sheets tracker, we'll show you how to use jobs on Google Search and find jobs that are relevant to you. You can search and filter for jobs that match your interests and experience, and we'll show you how to save the jobs you like and how to get alerts when new jobs are posted. We'll be going over this for the bulk of the workshop, and we'll also briefly discuss how to create a resume with a simple template right from Google Docs. We'll explain some resume best practices today, but if you're interested in more tips or building and polishing your resume even further, check out some other resume workshops we offer on Grow with Google on Air. Finally, we'll leave you with a few tips for interviewing, especially as more jobs are transitioning to online interviews using video conferencing platforms like Google Meets. We'll walk you through some strategies to help ace your virtual interviews. The skills you learn in this workshop will help you during your job search and help once you're settled into your new role. Many jobs today require familiarity with technology like word processing and spreadsheets, so digital skills are important now more than ever. As I talk about the features of Google Workspace applications, feel free, go off script, experiment on your own device, or follow along with any of my demonstrations. Let's get started, shall we? When you begin looking for a job, you might start by visiting a company's webpage and reading a job description. That can be a great way to get ideas about possible career options. But once you start collecting information about potential opportunities, it can be hard to keep all your options straight. Lots of people find it easier to search for jobs and apply for them in separate waves. You might do a lot of searching online for jobs one day while planning to apply for those jobs on a totally different day. You might find out about jobs from different sources that aren't even always on the internet. For example, friends and family may point you towards specific job opportunities, or you may find job postings at a community gathering site. With all of this information coming in from different places, it can be easy to forget about opportunities or to lose a sense of urgency about them after your initial search. Plus, job openings are posted and removed all the time, so it can be difficult to keep up with them. To help you find opportunities and to keep them organized, I'm going to show you how to build a basic tracker in a Google Sheet. This tracker will help you manage the job search process from start to finish. So, to create your job search tracker, you'll need to first sign into your Google account. After that, open a new tab in a browser window and go to google.com. If you aren't signed in, click Sign In and enter your username and password. Signing into your Google account allows you to access lots of Google apps that you can use for work and home. If you don't have one already, you can create a Google account at no charge. Now that we're signed in, we're going to use one of my favorite shortcuts to create a Google Sheet. And I actually just learned this one, so I'm very excited to share with you. All you have to do is type in sheets.new in a new tab on the browser window. This will create a new spreadsheet for you. You can now see an image on your tab similar to the one we see on my screen. A spreadsheet contains many rectangles, and we're going to call them cells. Cells are organized into rows, which are labeled with a number, and columns are all labeled with a letter. Every cell has an address based on its column and row. For example, this cell is called A1 because it's in column A, row 1. You can navigate the spreadsheet by clicking in different cells, or you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move around the grid. You can add text, formatting, formulas, and functions to cells. You can use Google Sheets to manage many aspects of your work or personal life. For example, you could use a spreadsheet like this one to create a budget, calculate progress towards your goals, or plan a trip. I personally use Google Sheets for all of the above. To make your job search easier and clearer, let's customize this spreadsheet so it tracks all of the important information you're going to need about each potential job. First, add some headings to keep track of information about jobs you find in your search. In each cell of the first row of your sheet, add a heading for job title, company name, salary or hourly rate if it's listed, the URL for the job so that you can return to it, and then any relevant notes that you'd like to capture. Of course, these are just suggestions. You can make headings for whatever you think will be the most helpful in your job search. You can also add headings and expand your sheet as you start looking for jobs. Adding visual elements can help you read the information in a sheet more easy. Change the format of the headings to accommodate in whichever way you'd like. You can select cells and rows and choose different fill colors. Or you can make the information easier to read by changing the font style, size, or color. As you proceed with your job search, you're going to continuously add details to this spreadsheet to keep track of all the information you're going to need. For example, if you're expanding your search beyond your current area, you might add a column for location, or you might add a new column called work from home. This way you can track whether a job is remote or on-site. You may even add an additional column heading to help compare other information you're interested in. An example would be job benefits, perks, or even the driving distance from your home. Feel free to customize these columns for what you're looking for in your job search. As you'll see in a moment, lots of internet sites will list all of this information, and many will even allow you to save job listings that appear on their site. But building your own curated database like this will allow you to capture the jobs that you're interested in. Every application that you send is an investment of your time. So being able to weigh opportunities against each other is critically important. Think about what you need and want out of a job and add those requirements to your spreadsheet. As you find opportunities and add them to your sheet, you'll be able to easily decide which opportunities are worth applying to and which just aren't right for you. For now, let's move on to the next phase of the job search, finding opportunities.
Okay, so you've set up your sheet. Now let's start searching for jobs. Chances are you've already used a digital tool to find career opportunities. Most employers list new jobs online and they also manage the entire application process digitally. So, to help you find new opportunities today, we'll use Jobs on Google Search. Jobs on Google Search pulls jobs listed across all of the internet and creates one list of potential jobs just for you. Our Grow with Google digital coach is here to share a little bit more about this. So let's watch a quick video from Letitia.
All right, y'all, let's start job searching. Searching for a new job can be difficult even under the best circumstances. Chances are you've already used a digital tool to find new career opportunities. Most employers list new jobs online and manage the entire process digitally. To help you find new opportunities, let me tell you about Jobs on Google Search. Jobs on Google Search pulls openings from all over the internet and creates a list of your ideal roles. You can start your job search through a regular Google search. Now, here's what I want you to do. Pull your phone out or open up a tab in your browser. Now type google.com in the address bar. In the search bar, type in the query about the kind of role you're looking for. If you're looking for a job in a different city, include that in your search. For example, you might search for project management jobs in New Orleans or marketing jobs in Atlanta. Your basic Google search will show you a preview of several possible jobs. Now, click on the results of your expanded search. A snapshot of jobs that meet your search criteria appears on the Google search page. Each listing contains important details about the position, such as how to apply, salary, roles and responsibilities, or reviews of the company. If you just tried it out, you probably saw tons of jobs listed. So let's talk about how to narrow your search to make this process easier. To get more specific results, choose a filter. You can filter by title, location, date, type of job, and employer. Now these filters are pretty straightforward, but let's go into some more that might be helpful. The filter Work from Home allows you to find remote opportunities. For many job seekers, it can be difficult to find a job that matches your experience and education. But let's imagine at this point, you found some jobs that you are excited about. You might want to apply for the position, but not right now. So go ahead and click Save. That way, you don't have to search for it again later. Spending hours searching for jobs every day and sorting through it can take tons of time. Time you could be using to work on your resume or prepare for interviews. Employers post new openings all the time and on no specific schedule. So to save time when searching for job listings, set up email alerts. That way, you'll get notified about new opportunities that you would be interested in. Thanks for tuning in today. We've covered a lot of information. As a next step, try a simple search on google.com for jobs near me and try applying some of the filters you learned about. For more tips and to keep learning from us, check us out at grow.google/BlackWomenLead.
As Letitia Keisha mentioned, filters are great for helping you narrow down your search. Your search might have returned lots and lots of jobs, but to get more specific, you can choose a filter. Using filters will allow you to see more or less jobs based on your specific needs. You can use the top navigation bar to find different types of filters like job title, location, date the job was posted, type of job, even employer. If you want, you can take a minute now and experiment with the different filters. Try turning them on and off, and then see what results come out. Use the chat here and share an interesting job title you found as you experiment. And you will also notice that filters build across categories unless you turn them off. So that means that if you filter for location, the location filter will remain on if you add another filter for employer. To expand your search and see more results, you're going to want to remove the filters. These filters are pretty straightforward, but let's go deeper into a few more filters that might be particularly relevant for you. As you can imagine, more employers have been open to remote work lately. So, the filter for work from home allows you to find remote specific opportunities, as you can see on the screen. If you're looking to build experience in a new career field or you haven't trained in a particular field, you can also filter by education and experience requirements. To apply this filter, click Requirements in the top navigation bar. This will offer options like no degree, no experience, under 3 years experience, and more than 3 years experience. The no degree filter position returns options that don't mention college degrees in their requirements. Google's also working with a few job sites like Glassdoor, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Snagajob, and CareerBuilder, and other US employers to make education and experience requirements clearer on job postings. You can also incorporate qualifications into a regular Google search by typing a query like no degree jobs near me, or no degree jobs needed. Finally, every year, an estimated 250,000 men and women transition out of the United States military, and we thank them for their service. If that's you, and you served in the military and are looking for civilian employment, you can easily search for jobs that match your skill set using your military occupational specialty, your Air Force specialty, or your Navy enlisted classification code or rating. Occupational codes reflect your branch of service and your career path. Jobs on Search will show relevant jobs from employers that are seeking skills that you have. Note that this search option for veterans is not available as a filter, so instead, you'll need to incorporate your MOS, AFS, or NEC code directly into your Google search. To do this, type a job query including the word veteran. You can type something like veteran jobs near me, veteran management jobs, and then include the name of your city, or IT jobs for veterans. Just a few examples. Now, once you've run a search query related to veteran jobs, you'll be prompted to enter your MOS, like what you see on the screen. This job showed 3 results as an example. So let's imagine at this point that you found some jobs that match your needs, and you've read through a job description and know that you're interested in that position. If you think you might want to apply for that position, but you don't want to do it right now, you can click Save. This will bookmark the listing so you don't have to search for it all over again in the future. At the top of the jobs listing is a tab called Saved. Click this tab to see all the jobs you've saved in the past. If you aren't interested in a job anymore, you can click the Save button again, and that'll remove it from your list.
Now let's transition to my favorite part of the job process conversation, creating a resume. Now that you have your jobs in a list neatly organized in a spreadsheet, it's time to work on your resume. Having a resume already prepared will streamline your job application process significantly. You could begin a resume by opening a blank document, listing your name, contact information, and professional experience. But to make the process faster and easier, let's start off with the template. Templates are like a pattern you use as a starting point for a project. They provide design elements and formatting that you can use to keep font sizes consistent, styling consistent all throughout your document. Google Docs offers a lot of free professional resume templates to get you started. The layout, fonts, and colors are different for each template, but they all contain the same basic information you'll need for a resume, which is your contact information, skills, experience, and education, as well as accomplishments and projects you've completed. After you select a template, you can customize the document from there. To access these templates, start from your Google Drive. Click on New, Google Docs, and select From a Template. This option creates a new document with all of the placeholder text and formatting that you saw in this template. Rename your document so it's easier to find later. This document will automatically save to your Google Drive. Here's another tip. If you want to skip the template and start a new blank document quickly, you can type in doc.new in your browser address bar. If you don't have a resume yet, or if yours needs a little refresh, feel free to try out these steps now to select a template. Next, we'll go through some steps to customize it together. Once you choose a resume template you want to use, add in your name, contact information, and professional history. Select the placeholder text and then fill it in with your own information. It's that simple. Now, templates come with prearranged formatting, but you can feel free to edit the template to fit your own style. You can change the font, you can choose one that looks professional, one that's a little more contemporary and fun, or you can add formatting like bold section headers or even adding italics. You can also add hyperlinks to show potential employers more of your work. Adding elements like these will make your resume easy to read and unique to you, even when you start from a template. While you're searching for a new job, you probably apply for lots of opportunities. If that's the case, you should create distinct resumes for each job you apply to, especially if you're applying to jobs in different industries that may require different skills and tasks. If you are applying to jobs in the same career field, you should still improve your resume by including specific keywords from the job description in your skills or experiences sections. This will be where your job tracker spreadsheet comes in handy. By tracking each opportunity and description and tailoring your resume to that opportunity, you'll have a much better chance at getting hired. Let's think like an employer for a second. Are you more likely to hire the person whose resume looks generic to the industry? Or are you more likely to hire the person who took the time to tailor their resume to the job description and present themselves as a careful, tailored fit? You could start from scratch and build a new resume for each possible job, but that can be tedious and time consuming, especially if the resumes are similar. To make your application process easier, make a copy of your existing resume and edit it instead of starting a new document every time. Then we'll just rename it so that you can easily tell the difference between each of the versions of your resume. For example, if you're a designer with web experience, you might have one resume titled Web Design Resume and a different one for broader work called Graphic Design Resume. Or you may name a version based off the company you're applying to. Like I said, it's totally up to you. Lastly, we encourage you to get feedback on your materials that you construct during your job search process. To get someone else's input on your resume, simply share the document with them. I'll walk you through exactly how to do this. First, we'll select the share icon. We'll enter an email address for the person whose input you'd like to get. And then you can select what kind of access they have. Edit access allows the person to edit the document directly. Comment access allows the person to add in comments to the document, but not to change anything. And finally, view access allows the person to see the document, but not make any alterations at all. Take notice of the box at the bottom that's labeled Notify People. When you share a document, sheet, or presentation with someone, they'll receive an email about it. If you don't wish to send an email, just uncheck this box. However, keep in mind you'll need to find another way to let that person know that you've shared a document with them, especially if it's time sensitive. Next, you can add a note about the document and click send. This can be as simple as, hey, can you take a look at this for me? So now the next time your person checks their email, they'll have a note from Google Docs that includes a link to access the document. You can organize the different versions of your resume using your folders in Google Drive. To keep track of an individual job search, you can add a link to each distinct resume in your job search tracker sheet. These individual resumes are especially useful when you are progressing to the interview stage. Before your interview, you can click on the link in your spreadsheet and review the exact resume you sent to the employer. This lets you refresh your memory on what a company knows about you, and you can use that information to anticipate potential interview questions and to tell a consistent career story. To add different resume versions to your tracker, add a column to track your resume and paste that specific link in the appropriate cell.
Speaking of interviews, more and more companies are hosting their interviews online using tools like Google Meet. So, what is Google Meet? Well, it's a video conferencing tool that allows you to connect with people from any place with an internet connection. You can use Meet to host meetings at work or interviews. And there are a lot of advantages to video conferencing for a first interview or for the entire interview process. But many job seekers actually find video interviews intimidating. Maybe it's seeing your own video that makes you feel nervous, or maybe the thought of background noise causes you anxiety about the microphone. I get it. So let's go over a few ways to ace remote interviewing. Just as with an in person interview, your skills get better with practice. So, here are some best practices to help you prepare. When you're speaking with your interviewer, look toward the camera. Depending on the size of your device and the device shape, your interviewer's face might be appearing near the bottom of your screen. So if you look directly at their face, it might look like you're not making eye contact. To help with your interviewer feeling like they're getting to know you, keep your eyes up and focused on the camera. Next, even if you're nervous, speak slowly and clearly. Anxiety can make some people speak faster, which is totally normal, but that can also make it harder to hear or understand what you're saying. So remind yourself to breathe and answer thoughtfully at a slow pace. One way to ensure that your interviewers see you in your best light is to pay attention to your lighting. Since a lot of our communication is nonverbal, if your interviewer can see your face clearly, they'll be able to communicate with you more smoothly. And that's what we want. Your office might actually be a kitchen, a living room, a basement, a child's room. And if so, that's totally fine. But try to find a neutral background to avoid distractions. If you can't find one or make a good spot, then you can also use a neutral computer generated background or use the blur background feature to make your surroundings a little less obvious. To shine during a remote interview, dress like you would for an in person interview, even if you're staying in your living room. I know, it might feel silly, but it helps with the confidence. Paying attention to how you present yourself will definitely show interviewers that you take the opportunity seriously. Finally, interviewing is a skill, and the more you practice, the better you'll get. So ask a colleague or a friend to host a practice interview with you. So, we've covered a lot today. Throughout the workshop, we examined several aspects of finding new career opportunities using Google's tools and how they can help. Whether you're searching for opportunities, preparing for a resume to improve it, managing the process, or preparing to give a strong interview, we created a job search tracker in Google Sheets to help you manage all of your job postings, record notes about each interview you have, and to track the status of your application. Then we used Google Search Jobs to find potential opportunities, and we examined the filters that will help you narrow down your search even more. And as a reminder, you can also use these filters to find veteran jobs, remote opportunities, and growing companies. Then we helped you prepare for the application process using resume templates in Google Docs. And we even previewed how to copy and share that resume file so you can edit it for every unique application that you submit. And finally, we went over some quick tips for giving a great interview using Google Meet. So we really want you to be able to leave this workshop with a clear way forward. So here are a few next steps. Number 1, create a job search tracker using Google Sheets. Number 2, use jobs in Google search to find a job that's right for you. Use the filters to narrow down your search, save your favorites, and then set email alerts so that you can save time and you don't miss out on any opportunities. Number 3, we helped you develop your resume using Google Docs. So remember that and use the templates there to help you get started. Number 4, meet. We talked about meeting with a friend or a mentor to use Google Meet to go over your interview skills and to practice.
Awesome. And the last thing we'll touch on is the idea of learning from anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new job right now or planning for a new opportunity in the future, job searching can be intimidating, but it can also be an opportunity to grow your professional skills. To help with this, we've compiled digital resources that can make your job search easier, more organized, and more effective. Google has lots of training resources that you can access remotely. There are many different learning paths and options, so think about which ones make the most sense for you right now. Today, we focused on digital tools to help you nail your job search, but you can find many more lessons and tools to land and succeed at a job with Google's applied digital skills. This program features video lessons that teach you how to build digital projects like a cover letter, a project tracker, or even a business plan. Anyone can complete these lessons at no cost, through this online platform for digital learning. If you're looking to start a new career and land a competitively paid job or build skills to grow in your career, check out Google Career Certificates. These certificates can give you a path to in-demand jobs with top employers that are currently hiring. You can earn a certificate and prepare for a new career in a high-growth field in under 6 months, even if you don't have the relevant experience. Learn at your own pace and complete the online program on your own terms. Google certificates are available for IT support, project management, UX design, data analytics, and Android development. To get started, simply visit grow.google/certificates.
And we introduced a lot of different training options in this workshop. To access it all in one location, visit the Grow with Google website at grow.google.com. These courses will help you work, teach, and learn from anywhere. Thank you again for joining Grow with Google and Dress for Success for the Nail Your Job Search session. Please take a moment to scan the QR code on your screen and take a quick survey. We'd really appreciate it.